What's going on, my YouTubers? It is your boy Ghostface Gaming back once again with another video upload. Man, this is my tribute to Akira Toriyama. Um, Unfortunately, Toriyama's Sensei passed March 1st. The news was released to the public on the 7th. Today is the 12th, so I'm about 4 days later. Kind of had to get myself together, compose my thoughts, man. Reached out to some fans and some friends of mine that didn't necessarily know, what I'm saying, that who Akira Toriyama was, but they had a deep love for Dragon Ball, just like a lot of you did. A lot of my friends, I remember, when we was in high school. Hell, even at the Boys and Girls Club, we used to leave the Boys and Girls Club at like 4:15 every day and go by, what I'm saying, Miss Christine, the candy lady, and get our snacks and then be at the house, at my house, what I'm saying, in my little den room around the TV to watch every episode of Dragon Ball when it drops at 4:30, what I'm saying, on Toonami. And then be right back when the mid-season was over with to watch the reruns until the new season started. You know what I'm saying? I made a lot of friends, long-lasting friendships from teenage years into my adult years, just from our love for Dragon Ball, the lore, the culture, and everything else that's included. Um, to be perfectly honest, this channel here, Ghostface Gaming, would not be possible or would not be where it is or allow me to have the reach that I have if it wasn't for Dragon Ball content. And let's just be all the way 100 about that. Um, I really started on YouTube years ago, back in like 2005, might have been like 2008. I got another channel on here. It's called Father Middle Street. You know what I'm saying? Back in my younger years of me rapping, you know what I'm saying, with the dreads even back then. This video's probably about 15 years old at this point, some of them. But when I decided to come back to YouTube, I kind of revamped myself into gaming, and the first thing I started gaming was Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2. And that game has been running for about 6 years strong now. Once again, that is a byproduct of Toriyama Sama. Yeah, man. So just to get into some of the facts, I know I'm rambling, but just to get into some of the facts about Toriyama Sama, or Toriyama Sensei, he died from what's called acute subdural hematoma. And under most pretenses, if you look up the definition, it says from an extreme or severe head trauma, maybe like a head injury. And me being who I am, my mind kind of went to the left once I kind of, got my bearings on what actually was happening. That the creator of Dragon Ball is now gone into the other world, and we can't use the Dragon Balls to bring them back. And he had so many projects left that he was working on. Something I kind of get into later, but he had so many other projects he was working on that he still had so much life left in him. But what it was is that he knew, in some previous interviews, you can kind of tell, he received an award, and you can kind of tell in his speech that he knew that he wasn't too long for this world. So, but Toriyama was an extremely private man. If you're a true fan of Toriyama, and that's the Doctor Slump, the Dragon Quest Die, the Dragon Ball, which most of us, Dragon Ball Z and Dragon Ball, which most of us know. But if you're a true fan of all his work, then you know extremely private Toriyama Sensei was. And when I mean private, like the man didn't own a conventional phone, like not even a flip phone or anything like that. Like if you didn't know Toriyama personally, then he contacted you from an old PC through email. You know, that's really how he talked to people outside of his inner circle. So only a few people really knew that Akira Toriyama, his health wasn't the greatest, and he was a very heavy smoker. You know, in Japan, in their culture, they smoke heavy. You know, that doesn't so much so work for our culture and generation. A lot of us vape and stuff now. I'm a heavy smoker myself, so you know a lot of things that happened within his death, like the acute subdural hematoma. You know, I'm somebody that suffered from a lot of head trauma at a young age, so when I heard that, it made my ears perk up, you know, just to study deeper into what actually was going on. And the fact that he had a tumor and he was supposed to have the surgery in February of this year. Now, I don't know if the surgery itself, if it happened, or the reason of his passing, um, if the two are related, but that's not even the point right now. You know, the point is paying tribute and respect to Toriyama Sensei for the
Shut
love
the
and
fuck
the
up,
art
bitch.
that he has given us. Over, you know, Dragon Ball celebrating 40 years this year. You know what I'm saying? So this is 40 years worth of content this man has given us, and for the fact that you know when he passed and went on into the other world, um, you had major news outlets commenting on him, on his death. You had major stars, of course, in the YouTube and anime community. It struck chords with everybody. You know, you had the voice of Vegeta, um, the Japanese voice of Goku commenting on it. I haven't heard anything from Chris Sabat or uh, um, Eric Vale, or you know any of them, the American um, voice actors yet. I'm pretty sure they have commented, but as far as his estate is concerned, you know his son Sasuke Toriyama is in control of the estate, but as you know, Bandai Namco still owns rights to the games. Shueisha still owns right to the manga, and you know he chose Toyotaro to succeed him long time ago. And of course, we also know that Toei Animation controls whatever comes out as far as anime wise. Now, what he was working on, it is a finished product and it is still coming out this year. Dragon Ball Daima, where all the characters get turned back and the little kids, almost GT revamped. It is still coming out. You do still have drafts for the manga, which they have covered. You know, the last movie which Toriyama wrote was the Dragon Ball Super superhero movie where Gohan and Piccolo finally got their coming uppings, and to make relevance, you know, as far as with Goku and Ultra Instinct and Ultra Ego. I know a lot of you don't know what's going on with the manga, but you know, your boy Ghostface Gaming is back, and we're going to be doing more uploading as far as videos like this. And I could live stream constantly. I've been back live streaming for some months now, so if you haven't, like, subscribe, um, hit that notification bell so you know whenever I upload. Akira Toriyama Sensei, we want to thank you so much for all the art that you gave us and everything. Ghostface Gaming out. Peace and love.